Okay guys, here's the thing. Here's the big question. I've got a 55 horsepower tractor. Is this enough horsepower and have enough ability to efficiently pull and turn a John Deere 10-foot Bush Hog? That's what we're going to find out. So guys, stay tuned. In this video, I'll show you how this machine arrived and what all we had to do to get it off the trailer, which was tense moments for me because I'm the one who had to drive the tractor. I'll explain later in the video. We'll go over the salesman's coming by. We'll go over all the setup to get this ready to go, and we'll see if it actually will bush hog well, and this is a good combo together. And I'll explain later in the video as well why we ended up with the 10, why that was the choice. So guys, you know me, let's get busy. All right, we are all offloaded off the truck and all connected. The salesman who I'm working with, awesome fella, he's coming here shortly, and we are going to start mowing with it and see how it rides and do some adjustments. The main adjustment you'll do is with this nut here, and it affects, you want the front to be riding just a little bit lower than the back, and so we're just going to make sure it's all adjusted and riding the way it needs to. So here very shortly we'll be cutting with it. So right now my salesman is here and we're just adjusting to get it to set with the nose down just a little bit, and we're just fine-tuning, and then he's going to go make a cut, and after we make the cut we'll look and see how it's doing, and then if we need to adjust it some more we can.
Make an adjustment there too.
Oh, okay.
We leave them out, you do it up front. Here's what I'm talking about.
I'm guessing probably when we're done our sweet spot is going to be maybe with 4.
Maybe with a couple of small ones.
Oh, they make different sizes of these?
I think they got one small like that.
Okay.
Maybe one more like that. I don't know though. You know, so another thing, this piece right here.
That's for transit.
Yeah, we got a watch. See that right there? This is actually it has pressure relief.
Okay.
All right, so if this thing is like that and you let it down and then go up with it, it'll knock that bolt head off. I've seen it do it before this way. So just make sure you look at it. If you're looking at it and you know this ain't down, stuff like that, you're okay. It ain't gonna matter if you find, because you're gonna be lifting it up down. I don't care how high you mount it.
I got you.
When you go there in the bottom or something, you're gonna put it up as high as you'll go. So unless it's real bad, you want to turn the video off.
Gotcha.
So what's a good run beside the road?
I just go right across the first patch. Yep. Again, we're just filling it out, seeing what height we want to go. We're obviously going to mow it high the first time because we got to get all of this work down. Man, that's doing a beautiful cut. Yeah, he's already speeding up the tractor.
Phillips is turning up the throttle for the first time on his RCT&M cutter. And a John Deere 5055, which is it's a pretty good sized cutter for that tractor, but it's doing a great job. Probably as big as you want to go, but it's not pulling it down or anything. And I know the air conditioning inside the cab feels good. You leaving it? Tractor ain't bogging in it. So you can run a RC10M on a 5055 for sure. And it's leaving a really nice cut too, if you can see right there. And he's actually cutting it a little high because it's the first time this Bush Hog field. So we're gonna cut it a little high, kind of make sure we ain't getting anything bad, rocks, things like that. The biggest thing about one of these cutters is you really got to have it set right if you're running it close to the horsepower rating, because it needs to be discharging a little bit out of the back like it is doing and cutting towards the front. So there's an adjustment bolt up front that once you figure out what sort of height you want to cut, you can lock the bolt down with a lock nut and you leave it, set it and forget it, so to speak. And then you get a good cut quality at the range of height you want to cut. We had a concern about horsepower. The John Deere 5055 does have really good horsepower, running the cab, AC, all that filtered. But it did not pull that cutter down one time, and I went through some pretty thick stuff back there. And I actually lowered it down to probably about a 4-inch cut height, and it still didn't bog it down. Of course, we're using B1, B2, or A, 3, and 4. I like using A in an area I hadn't cut before, just because you're not going so fast you can't look at your next pass. If you've never cut a field before, you might save yourself some trouble not hitting a big rock. But Jeff done a great job making that first pass. Outstanding job. He definitely can drive that tractor. Let's see if he gets that corner. Oh, he got it. Barely got it, but he got it. That was good.
Well guys, the last thing I did is took the leaf blower and blew this thing out. Man, it was full of crap from all that broom straw that it cut up and all that broom straw dust. Anyway, cleaned it all back up. Man, this thing performed fantastic. I am very, very pleased with it. And again, I was going very slow. First cut, knocking all this down. But anyway, that's the field. And boy, what a difference, right? Now, I think if we spend a whole year mowing this or bush hogging this 3 or 4 times this year, maybe even 5 times, and then in the fall we're going to no-till drill, this is going to be one beautiful field in the future. Anyway guys, hope you're enjoying the videos. If you will, please don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, here at Project Next One, there's always one more. So guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.